What's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Too Busy, Too Busy, Too Busy Tuesday. Hey, too busy, too busy, too busy Tuesday. Hey, welcome back, y'all. If this is your first time, welcome. So glad to have you. My name is Raffinée. If you are returning to Too Busy, welcome back. Love to see it. Drop a comment, let me know you're here, or give me a hashtag replay. Now, y'all, before I jump into the topic for today, I gotta show y'all this Too Busy merch that I have on. Listen, Too Busy merch is coming. I kind of can't believe it because I had this idea 2 years ago, y'all, to start Too Busy. I started it 1 year ago. The podcast has only been up since March of this year. And now there's merch. And I'm not going to tell you what kind of merch is coming, but just know that there's merch. And I had some testers printed, and it's just very, very exciting. It's like that's my logo there on that shirt. So let me show y'all this one. Y'all have seen the other one because it's the one that I wear all the time, the other design. But this is a Too Busy hoodie that I have on. It's blue. I love this blue color. Now, I'm not committing that y'all gonna get this, but just know that there's Too Busy merch coming, and I'm very, very excited about it. So, if you want to stay in the know, make sure you're following me on social. Stuff Raf Says, that's where I am on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the only two platforms where I am. Don't look for me on TikTok. I'm not there. And you can also join my email list. So if you're interested in joining my VIP mailing list, if you're listening on the podcast, just go to the show notes and click, and you can join the VIP list. If you are watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, you can go to the link in my bio on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go to the description of this video, and there'll be a link there to join the VIP mailing list. They actually will get first dibs on merch, and there'll be limited quantity of merch. So if you want to get first dibs on like when it drops before anybody else knows, join the email list and you'll be among the first notified. Super excited. Okay. So I got to give my disclaimer before I jump into this today. So if you're new here, my disclaimer I give every time is this is my series where I get to share things that I no longer have time or energy for. Now, some of these things are things that are hard and fast for me, like I'm absolutely not doing it. And some of them are still works in progress. Many of them are still works in progress. So I do not profess to be perfect at any of these things. And this really is just my opportunity to kind of share some of the things I've learned along the way that I've decided, you know what? I don't have time for this anymore. I don't have energy for this. Maybe I was available for this in the past, and now I'm saying no more. Now, the beautiful thing about all of this is just because I'm too busy or just because one of my guests is too busy for something does not mean you also have to be too busy for it. So we are really using this space to share with you things that we've learned and seen, and then give you an opportunity to do some evaluation in your own life to decide, am I also too busy for that? Or do I have some time and energy for that? Do I have a little bit of time and energy? Did I have time and energy for that previously? And I'm deciding now that I want to be too busy for that. You get to decide, okay? So there's no mandates or directives given here. I'm just sharing what's been going on in Raffinée's life, and then my guests share things that they've seen in their life. Speaking of my guests, if you missed last Tuesday with Nia Ross on People Pleasing, go back and watch it. Go back and listen. It was so good. Nia was dropping all the nuggets. I was like, I need to go back and watch it. And I was there. And here's the other thing. Next Tuesday, y'all, I am so excited. I have another guest next Tuesday. And I don't think I'm going to give away who it is yet. But we're going to be talking about how she is too busy for this grind culture. Y'all, we had a chat earlier this week. Well, I guess today's Tuesday, so it was yesterday. And it was so good. It was so good. Actually, it was Sunday. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. But anyway, the conversation was so good. Just the discussion we had about being too busy for this grind culture. I'm not going to get into it today. You got to come back next week. Okay. So mark your calendars. November the 1st, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll be live on YouTube and on Facebook, wherever you like to watch. If you listen on podcasts, just look for the episode around 7 o'clock, usually is when it drops on that Tuesday, so that you can hear. You do not want to miss this discussion, y'all. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get into the topic for today. So today I had a conversation with someone, and one of my takeaways from that discussion was, you know what? I do not have time and energy for giving up or for quitting and not trying again. So when it comes to not trying things again, to that I say too busy. Now here's why, y'all. I was meeting with this coach, and I've had 2 meetings. So I had an initial meeting with the owner and CEO of this particular coaching program. The second meeting was a team member of this coach's and someone that's part of the program. So there were lots of questions being asked to me about things that I've done in the past, some of my goals that I have for the future, where I see myself, what, my goals are long-term, things like that. And one of the things that came up in that conversation that encouraged me so much was that some of the things that I want to do by working with this coach are things that I've already done. Now, when I think about these things, I don't think about the fact that I've already done it. I think about the fact that I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at my end goal. I'm not where I see myself long term. There are some things that I've not followed through with. Maybe I started a thing and then I gave up on it. I started trying something out. It didn't work so well. And I just kind of was like, wash my hands of it, and didn't try something else or didn't try to tweak the system. And y'all, the lady I was talking to, she was just pumping me up. She was like, oh my God, you've already done this before, so you can do it again. That's awesome. That shows that you've got discipline and commitment. You just need to have this. And I was like, you're right. And I wonder how often we don't try things again because it didn't work out the way that we pictured exactly in our mind. Maybe we don't try things again because it was a little discouraging. Maybe we don't try things again because the people that we wanted to support us or to be in our corner didn't seem to support us or be in our corner. And I use air quotes because I think support is subjective. What I view as support might not be what somebody else views as support. Maybe we don't attempt to try a thing again because we're afraid, because it's well, I tried this before and it didn't work out, so I might as well not. And I walked away from my call so encouraged because I have these goals, I have these things that I want to achieve. And some days it feels like I'm never going to get there, or I'm not going to be able to achieve my goals because I've tried this before and I've not been able to stick with it. I've set up a plan, but I've done all these other things. I'll give you another example. So one of the things I've been working on is my physical fitness and health right now. This was not what the coaching was about. I'm keeping that to myself for right now, intentionally. But one of the things I'm working on right now is physical health and fitness. And so that is my eating, that is moving my body, and really trying to be intentional. Now, there is a component of this where I do want to lose some pounds. Yet right now, that's not the primary focus for me. The primary focus for me right now is I want to be intentional and diligent to move my body at least 3 to 4 times every week, because I know how I feel when I am consistently moving my body. So the primary purpose of me moving my body is not to lose weight. I do want to lose weight, but that's not the primary purpose. The primary purpose right now is because I like the way that I feel. My mood is better. I have better clarity and focus. I am able to really attack the task that I need, or recognize when I need a break and when I need some time to rest. So I say all that to say, I have been through spurts of going to the gym hard. Actually, more recently, I've been pretty consistently going to the gym. And then the last 2 weeks, so not this week, the 2 weeks prior, I just hit this wall slash work got really busy slash I didn't feel like it slash my body was just like, we just want a snack and watch TV. And my guilty pleasure is salty snacks, y'all. So I'm not the sweets eater, but I will tear up some potato chips, anything that's like salty. I'm like, yes, here for it all day. And so last 2 weeks, I haven't gone to the gym. And yesterday, Monday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym today because I'm getting off. Actually, I wasn't working yesterday. So I didn't work yesterday and I had the time to go. And I was like, I'm not going to allow the last 2 weeks to discourage me. So I went to the gym. While I was at the gym, my friend that I was there with, she was like, you know, you ain't been here in 2 weeks. And I was like, I know I ain't been to the gym in 2 weeks. Nobody asked you to point that out, Captain Obvious. And so my rebuttal, though, because I felt in that moment, I felt like I need to defend myself. And she was just playing with me. But in that moment, something rose up in me like, no, I got to protect Raffinée. So my response was, well, I have still been moving my body. And she said, what you been doing? And so I said, well, I cleaned up around the house. Like I cleaned up, did some laundry, did some cleaning, bathroom, kitchen, that kind of stuff. I said I went to the fair. I walked a lot at the fair. I cook on the weekends. So I was like, I spent Friday like on my feet for several hours cooking. I went and I didn't play tennis. I helped retrieve balls, the tennis balls for my friends that were playing tennis over the weekend. And she was like, oh, you have been moving your body. And literally in that moment, I was like, oh, I have been moving my body. Like I haven't been to the gym in the last 2 weeks, but I have done things to move my body. And I may have even hit my goal of 3 times, at least last week. Probably not that first week, but definitely last week. And so today, in having this conversation with this lady, I'm like, man, like I can try again. And so with the gym yesterday, I decided to try again and not just give up because the last 2 weeks didn't go the way that I wanted because work had gotten busier and I had to make quite a few shifts in my schedule. And it conflicted with the time I would typically go to the gym. And so I say all that to say, I have decided that I no longer have time and energy for not trying again, for just quitting, for giving up on things and assuming that like, well, it didn't work, so I'm not going to do it again. Because I think it could be a missed opportunity. It could be a chance for me to maybe take whatever knowledge that I've gained from the last round into the new round and use that to help me. So when I think about this gym example that I'm sharing with y'all, like if I think about, okay, Raffinée, if your work schedule is getting busier and you're going to be working later in the evening, you're probably not starting the day super early. So if you're going to be working later in the evening, maybe those are days that going to the gym would be better to do in the morning. Or those days that's not one of your 3 or 4 days to go to the gym. And so my encouragement to you, as you're thinking about this, you may be like, Raffinée, no. I'm not interested in trying again. Now, remember I said at the beginning, you get to pick and you get to choose. Yet, I want to challenge you to consider, are there some things that maybe I have deep passion for, or I really want to do, or I experience this like longing in me, and there's some disappointment, that I've not done that thing, that I've not been able to achieve that. Like, consider, what did you learn from the last go round? And could you potentially use that as information and data when you try again, as you consider approaching the thing in a different kind of way, or maybe expanding your view or broadening your horizon about the picture that you have in your mind? Because again, for me, in this working out example I'm giving y'all, ultimately, yes, I do want to lose X amount of pounds. Yet, if that is my only focus, I can lose X amount of pounds, but I'm going to gain them back because I probably won't have healthy, sustainable habits implemented. And so for me, that's why my focus is, hey, I'm moving my body because I like the way that it makes me feel. And I know that it impacts my mood and my outlook and my ability to focus and concentrate and all those things. That's it for today. That's my too busy. Now, like I told y'all, next Tuesday, you do not want to miss this. Okay, we're gonna be talking about grind culture. And if you missed last Tuesday, go back and watch it on People Pleasing. It was y'all. I'm probably gonna go back and watch it myself. I'm not even kidding. And also, join the VIP list if you want to stay in the know about the Too Busy merch and when it's dropping. It's coming soon, y'all. I promise. I'm super excited about it. Working out some more kinks before I release the Too Busy merch. And I'm just grateful. We're kind of moving into this fall time of year, which I love this weather and getting to wear hoodies and stuff like that. And so if there are any topics y'all want to hear about, remember, you can always email me, drop me a line, drop me a comment, and I will add it to my list of topics. Until next Tuesday,